I used that word before, discriminant, right? The discriminant is the piece that's inside the square root. Now, big picture here. Luke, when we're talking about everything we're doing this chapter, everything we're doing this chapter has to do with parabolas. Do you agree that the parabola could look like that? How many times does that red parabola cross the x-axis? 0. Do you agree the parabola might look like this and come down and touch and go up once? True? Do you agree the parabola could also go like this? I don't care about the fact it's upside down, but how many times does it cross? Twice. So, this parabola crosses 0 times. This parabola crosses once, and I'll put a dot right there. And this parabola crosses twice. Do you agree that those are the only 3 possibilities for a parabola and the x-axis? All right. The number of times that a parabola crosses the x-axis is called the number of solutions. Does that make sense? Answer, solution, same word. The discriminant is the inside part of the radical. b squared minus 4ac. Yes, sir?
Didn't you say that inside was like the radicand radical?
Right, but for a quadratic formula, it's specifically called the discriminant. Now, do you agree that what's inside that square root might be a positive number?
Yeah.
Might be 0, and it might be negative. All the negatives, all the positives, or 0. Which is the rarest?
0.
0.
What does that look like? Would it just be a 0?
Yeah, big fence. A 0 would be written kind of with curves, and the top curve would connect to the bottom curve. And there'd be a hole in the middle.
Okay.
0. Now, if the discriminant is positive, how many answers do you have? 2. If the discriminant is 0, how many answers do you have? 1. If the discriminant is negative, how many answers do you have? Okay? So this has 2 solutions. I'll write these down. This has 1 solution, and this has 0 solutions. In order to evaluate the discriminant, Hannah, you've got to have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So it's got to be equal to 0. That's the quadratic formula. We know that. So, if I want to look at these problems down here, and I want to see what is their question? What are they asking? Find what?
The number of solutions.
The number of solutions. Are they asking what is the answer? No. They're asking what? How many there are. That's it. You have 3 choices to answer tonight. Your choices are 2, 1, or 0.
Oh, sweet.
All they're asking you is to assess the parabola and tell how many times it crosses. How do you assess the parabola? You use Abby the discriminant. So we have to do a little bit of work first. We have to make sure every equation is written equaling 0. Now I rewrote all 4 of those. I added a few things in. Look at B. What did I change on B?
You subtracted or divided.
The negative 12 did what? Came over and became positive 12. What did I add here on C?
0.
A plus 0. I added the C part, right? What did I add here on D? The BX. It's nice to know. So off to the right, I'm going to put on each one A equals 1, B equals negative 3, C equals 4. Now think with me here. B squared minus 4AC. Negative 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4. What's negative 3 squared? 9. minus 16. You agree? 9 minus 16 is what kind of number? Negative. Therefore, Luke, it's a negative number. How many solutions do we have?
0.
Can you take the square root of a negative? That's why you have 0 solutions. So, because it's negative, 0 solutions. That was fast. I guess if you know it, you know it. Look at this next one. A equals 1. B equals negative 8. C equals 12. B squared minus 4 times A times C. What's negative 8 squared? I heard one person say negative. I heard one person say positive. 64 minus, what's 4 times 1 times 12? Okay, so it's minus 48. Is 64 minus 48 positive, negative, or 0? Positive. So, how many times does the parabola cross the x-axis? 2 solutions.
Wait, so basically the discriminant is what's inside the quadratic?
Exactly. That's right, Grace. The discriminant is what's inside the quadratic equation square root part. Yeah. Am I asking you what the answers are here? I'm just asking you what? How many there are. We're just saying, talk to me about your parabola. Does it cross twice, once, or 0? That's it. What's nice about this one? Yeah. A equals 1, B equals negative 6, C equals 0. Negative 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times, what's the beauty? 0. What's negative 6 squared? 36 minus 0. Is that positive, negative, or 0? Positive. Therefore, there's 2 solutions. Tara, is this making sense? Okay, so 2 solutions. Let's try this one. What's A?
0.
What's B?
0.
What's C? Good. 0 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 12. What's 0 squared? Obviously 0. What's negative 4 times positive 1 times negative 12? Positive 48. This is a code now. Hand against your chest right here so no one else can see. How many answers? You're going to do this, this, or this. How many answers? Correct answer is? Why is it 2? Excellent. Grace has got it. It's positive, so 2. Did I care what the answers are here? No. Now, why do you have 2 answers? Let's talk about some whys just for a second. Can you take the square root of a positive? Right. Can you take the square root of a negative? No. That's why you get no answers for negatives. Can you take the square root of 0?
Yes.
Yes, but does the plus or minus make a difference then? No. That's why it's 1 answer. All right, let's look at the bottom. Find the number of x-intercepts of the related functions. Let me put this in English. Find the number of solutions for the parabola. So you just learned that what? X-intercepts is the same word as solution. So if they ask you, Kyle, for x-intercepts, they're just asking you for the same thing. They're trying to help you understand that there's different words that mean answer. You can say x equals, you can say solution, you can say x-intercept, any of those work. A equals 3, B equals negative 4, C equals 6, negative 4 squared minus 4 times 3 times 6, that's 16 minus a big number.
It's negative 72.
I don't even care. Here's why. Is 4 times 3 times 6 bigger than 16? So 16 minus a big number is going to be what kind of number? Negative. Therefore, how many answers? 0. A equals 1. B equals 9. C equals negative 75. 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 75. Now watch, I'm going to do this without a calculator. 9 squared is what? A negative times a positive times a negative is a what? So plus a big number. Do I care what it is? A positive plus a big number is a what? Positive. Therefore, I have a positive number. Noah's given it to me. 2 solutions. Here's my point, guys. Do you need to do the nitty-gritty stuff? All you're assessing is positive, negative, or 0, and based on those conclusions, boom. Sometimes it's very simple. Will your homework tonight go fast?
Yeah.
All right, it should. It's just assessing. It's just assessing.